Good morning, everyone. Retire on Dividends back to make an update on my options trading journey. So, a lot has happened this week. Obviously, what you see here, if you're new to the channel, these are the tickers that I kind of follow that I'm looking to trade options on week in and week out. Mainly the items in blue because they're more affordable somewhat. TNA is kind of borderline unaffordable, and Bitex is definitely becoming unaffordable. But tsll and tsll are still within range, so I've been kind of trading them this week. So I'll show you what I got myself into. All right, so tsll, I had my last call. I don't know if you guys recall from last week. $16 call, 16 strike price. It got assigned. Why? Because tsll closed at 1871. 1871 is above $16. So obviously the last 100 shares I had of tsll got sold for $16. All right, so I got $1,600 back in my brokerage. Also, I did sell puts the week prior that expired this past Friday on SOXL, and those puts were pretty bad. I chose a 34 strike price and a 35 strike price. At the time, SOXL was at 35 bucks. So a little ballsy move. Like I said, to be honest, pretty stupid on my part. But obviously I didn't realize SOXL was going to tumble the way it did. So what happened on those? I actually got early assignments on the 34, not the 35. The 34 I got assigned Thursday night. So Friday morning, I actually had 100 shares of SOXL in my account at 34 bucks. The 35, that got assigned this morning because SOXL, where is it at? It went down to $26. So that was an ouchie. So again, those two I got assigned. So unfortunately, I had to buy SOXL at 35 bucks and then another 100 at 34 bucks. Because again, I never mentioned the number of contracts, but it's typically always one. So always just assume that. All right. And then this week happened. So what did I do? I continued to play the SOXL game. So what I did, since I had two strikes within $1 apart, I skipped $1. I skipped the 33. And then I sold two puts. I sold a 32 and a 31. All right. What did I make? Again, about $183. Yielded around, well, one was 142% yield. The other was 222% yield. So good money. Good money. However, obviously, at the time, SOXL was at 32 bucks. And this was below my cost basis based on the other puts that I had. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. And unfortunately, yeah, SOXL continued to tumble. So these two, they did get assigned. So I did buy 100 shares at 32 and then 100 shares at 31. And then I decided to get a little creative on TSLL because I got lonely and I missed them. So I sold puts on TSLL too. I sold an 18, I sold a 19, I sold a 17, and I sold a 20. But I didn't choose this past Friday. I actually went 2 weeks out. Only because I don't know, to be honest. I didn't want to. I don't know what more to tell you. I just decided to go 2 weeks out. And so these, so far, I guess they're okay. Because as we saw, TSLL is at 1871. Obviously, my $20 put, not looking the best. The 19 is in danger, but we got a whole week. So we'll see what happens, as that plays out. What else for this past week? I did another put on SOXL, of course. I did a 29, and I actually did a 28 as well. So again, I skipped the 30. I skipped the one in between, like before. So I did a 29 and a 28. And guess what? I got assigned on those. At that point, SOXL was down to 31 and 29 for those. I yielded over 100% on both. So I'm making good money, which is what it's all about, premium income. So again, it is what it is. SOXL continued to go down. I got assigned on basically every single put that I had for this week, 600 shares. And I'll show you that on the SOXL wheel tab. All right, TSLL, I sold another put at 16, and then another at 17.50, and then another at 16.50. I actually decided to close the 16 and the 1650 early, and I didn't take my usual minimum 50% profit. I took 35 and 40, only because again it was early enough that I was able to close and still make a decent profit. Plus, I was playing kind of a defensive position just in case I needed more cash to save my Soxel, cost basis. Again, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I think overall it's probably going to be a good move. I'd rather be safe than sorry, right? But either way, I did make 22 and 25 bucks. So again, it's not like I lost money. I just, I shortened the time frame. I got the cash and I made what I made. So also, last but not least, I did sell one more put on Friday of SOXL because SOXL on Friday, I don't know if you saw, it went down 10%. I was like, I got to jump on this. So I did sell one more put. I chose a strike price way out of the money, 10% out of the money. SOXL was at 26 at the time. I sold a 24 strike price, expiration date 11/22. This paid me 58 bucks, which yielded me 126%. So we'll see how that plays out. All right. So for the month of November, I am currently sitting at $1,768 in premium income. Last month, I had $2,518. Am I going to beat last month? It's possible. If SOXL continues to tank, then no, I'm definitely not going to beat last month because I'm not going to have, as much money to play around with. Because unfortunately, those 600 shares, they'll be sitting there like dead money until I can save the cost basis. So that's the danger of that. But we'll see. If SOXL turns green on Monday, I'm selling puts, right? But anyway, we'll talk about that in a second. So that's my update on the options tab. Nothing on the monthly. We did that last time. So if we go to the TSLL wheel 3, I now can close it out. The last call has gotten assigned, $16. So all in all, I have made, again, this is on the wheel. We don't talk about capital appreciation much, but one thing I always say, we're not going to lose capital. We will only stay capital flat or gain capital. In this example, we made $1,400 in capital appreciation on the TSLL wheel. So good. This wheel is now complete, so I'm going to hide this tab. I don't know if it lets me here. It does, okay. So I'll hide that tab, and then I'll move on to the new wheel. All right, so the new wheel for TSLL, there are no stocks assigned, no ETFs assigned yet. As you know, or as I mentioned, I did choose an expiration date of next Friday. So I do have 5 puts pending. Again, a 17, 1750, 18, 19, 20. So I did add some stuff on the bottom now just to get an idea and get ahead of myself. I am averaging the cost basis. So that cost basis, if I get a sign on all of them, will be $1,830. And the money that would come out of my account is $9,150. Okay? So that's where I stand on TSLL. TNA, I'm not trading yet. However, I did see them go into the 40s, so that's a good sign. So when they get closer to like 45 range, 44 range, I'll sell puts at 42 hopefully, and then have a party. All right. BitX, still too expensive. Not going to touch that one yet because crypto is nuts. All right. Soxel. All right. SOXL. Soxel. What do you guys call it? So here's what happened. Again, I got the early assignment on the 34. And then on Friday, I got assigned the 35, the 32, the 31, the 29, and the 28. That comes to an average cost basis of $31.50. All right. SOXL is currently at $26.66. So obviously my cost basis kind of sucks, right? If SOXL does go down on Monday, that's going to really suck because I'll have 600 shares just hanging out, burning a hole in the pocket, right? Not making money because it's not going to be worth it to me to sell a call if SOXL is at like 25, 24, even lower than that. But if SOXL jumps up to say 28, 29, I'm going to sell calls. And I could sell calls at 32 or higher. If they have a 31.50, I'll use that too. I'm not sure if they Not sure if they do, to be honest, but if they do, I'll use it. If not, I'll use 32 and above. And I'll use probably Friday as the expiration. NVIDIA has earnings Wednesday, so it's a really, really big week, really volatile week. So we'll see what happens, man. But anyway, so what else for the put party? I just have a 24. Again, that expires this coming Friday. We'll see how that plays out. Obviously, $24 is under currently the price, but if it gets a sign, that will definitely lower my average, which is awesome, which will help. However, keep in mind, I do have a lot of money locked up in tsll. So I'm getting to a point where it's kind of, we'll say in danger, right? The position could be in danger. If SOXL, like what if SOXL goes to $10? Yeah, that's really going to suck. Anything's possible. So you need to plan it out. So I'm kind of, waiting for that to happen. I'll see. Like if it tanks on Monday, am I going to sell puts right away? No. I'm going to see what happens. Like if it goes down double digits again, if it hits that 10%, I'm definitely going to have to sell a put at that point. But, we'll play it by ear. But I have a feeling, SOXL should open on green on Monday. What is that feeling based on? Nothing, right? It's based on SOXL going down on Friday. So I just, typically a big down day is followed by a little green day. I'll take a big green day, but a little green day is fine too. All right, so that's the update on tsll. As far as income for the week, I didn't have last week I made $8.99. I was pretty damn close to beating it this week. I think I had it beat until I closed the tsll puts, to be honest, but whatever, it's fine. I did make $8.69, which, again, that's really good money for me. And if I annualize that, what is that? $45,188. Obviously, not livable wages right there, but still pretty damn good. So if I could double what I'm making, by next year, I could almost make $100,000 a year just on freaking options. Wouldn't that be awesome? But again, I kind of got to raise my capital. Hopefully my capital goes up. If tsll decides to freaking fly to the moon, then yeah, my capital will go up. Woohoo! But we'll see, right? Again, we could be in danger for a while. I could be a bag holder. But that's the risk you play with options. So it is what it is. Anyway, with that $8.69, I used $26,800 in capital, and that was a yield of 3.24% for the week. So far, since I started my journey, again, this started back in February 16th of this year, I have made $9,354 in options premium. So not bad, but come tax time, I got to pay taxes on it, but it is what it is, right? Again, it's not in a Roth because a Roth is stuck there till I'm 59 and a freaking half. I want to retire early, so I want my money in a taxable account. Okay? That's why it's in the taxable account. All right. Retire on options tab, right? How much do you need to retire on options? Well, based on my current average, let's see if I'm even picking up the appropriate numbers still. So I got the annualized. It goes up to 2. Okay, good. All right, so 247% is the annualized yield. And again, I'm doing it right because if I do sell puts or calls within the same week, I got them in blue. And instead of multiplying the daily yield by 365, I multiply it by 252, which represents only the number of trading days in the year. If I go over the weekend, again, I'm counting kind of dead days, then I'll use 365 for the annualized, if that makes sense to you guys. But based on that, my average, return on investment, my average yield essentially on my money is 247%. So based on that alone, if I used all of the capital, which is not realistic, of course, but if I did, I would need $90,785. My account is currently at 63. It actually was at 67 earlier in the week. It did go down, but all good. So I'm getting close to the 90 number. However, obviously, I'm not going to use all the capital. So I have a realistic, amount here because I use, again, this is my actual yield on my amount based on the past month and it's 79%. So using the more realistic yield, I would need $284,000. Obviously, I'm very far away from that, but that's how much I would need to make $225,000 a year. Why 225? I don't know. That's just the number I picked because I think I could live off that, if I don't have a full-time job. But again, will I actually quit my full-time job if I can make that on options? I don't know. We'll see. I just want to be able to say, I don't need this freaking job, right? I go into work, I say, I'm done. Here's my 2 weeks. Or I go to work and I just feel good because I'm not like relying. I don't need this paycheck. This is kind of for fun. And a lot of people do that and good for them. But I'll probably get an easier job, a part-time job, a closer job, something just relaxing, right? Maybe not necessarily in the corporate world. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe I'll just work till I'm old fart because I love working. I don't know. We'll see, guys. But anyway, that's all I got for this week for the options trading journey.
Can you say that again?
Now Alexis is going off, but anyway, that's it. So let me know if you have any questions. Obviously, it's been quite an interesting week. It's getting very interesting next week. And I'm really, unfortunately, kind of reliant on having good earnings from NVIDIA. If NVIDIA has bad earnings, the chip market will probably tank, which means SOXL will tank 3 times that, right? So that's not going to be a good thing. But if it happens, it happens. And I have to be prepared for that. I have 600 shares. So like I said, if SOXL goes green on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, whatever, before earnings, I plan to sell calls on 200 to 300 shares. No more than that, all right? I want to leave at least half just in case SOXL decides to moon. I want to capitalize on, some really good premium if that happens. But again, if I thought SOXL was going to go down after earnings, which I don't know, nobody knows, then I would sell calls on all of them, right? Because I knew that they wouldn't get assigned. All right, guys. I don't know. I feel like I'm out of breath because it was a rough night. I'm kind of hurting today, to be honest. So I don't know how. I'm just making these videos the best of my ability today. Hopefully it came out good, but as always, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we will try again next week. Again, if you have questions, leave them down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the content, hit the like button. If you would like to learn more about options trading, feel free to join the Discord and go to the options trading channel. There's a lot of smart people in there who can help you out. I'm in there too, if you want to talk to me. That's probably the only channel I really hang out in, to be honest, because I've been addicted to options lately. It's just, I love it, I can't help it. But yeah, hope to see you there. If you are, tag me, say hi, and then let me know, what you want me to talk about in the videos, or let me know if you have any questions, or let the group know if you have any questions. Ask any question about options. Ask it. Who cares? A lot of newbies show up and they learn, and it's awesome. Everyone has to learn somewhere, but hopefully you can learn with us. Anyway, guys, I think I'm done. So stay tuned for next week. It's going to be an interesting week. Hopefully, I'm a happy man and we do very well. But if not, again, we got to prepare for it, and we'll make do. It'll be fine. All right. Anyway, I am out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you, like I said, next week, options people. Later.